Welcome everyone. Sikasem, ena yede bro no. High Life Radio ena utie no. Your boy Patrick Befi, Kwasi Kankan Talks. Ena yede Sikasem bro ene September 15, 2025. Ena your topics from Kokra ma. Ena de emu ye deep. deep. Basi, we have a there.
Oh, if nyame adom pato boko na azo
Nyame adom. Cool kakra na achi wo habai. Enye hu.
whether no I some style.
Some way be.
Yeah.
Yo. I said a canon. And topic no driven by purpose, not performance, focused on impact, not attention. Where it will be kappa. It will be yo major mona kakra wo maye no. Ade maye na fi started the ashishe so.
All right. Yeah, for both that's and that's just a very brief history. Mayan in such a way saying a TFO be na kwakwaye research no mo say more. Makasa book no wasam da the Edwin Smith papyrus 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 SATT no no mo friend is scroll no and no. The name Edwin Smith is not the original name. However, that person was an Egyptian or American Egyptologist on the Kuhun Sadi way in the year 1826. On the bedi no 1880 but akane titeno the people who lived in Kemet, present day Egypt, no more was scroll no. It documented about 48 cases of human diseases and as a illness. Nipa kraya itimi contracted. If it is a spinal illness, neck illness, injuries, and so can spinal injury. A whole lot of them. Mu group and I muchichi mako 46. Your metrobito, your head and skull injuries, your spinal and neck injuries, your upper limb, shoulder injuries, jaw, throat, and then wounds. All these things, is to tell you that Ubika say Africans didn't know much. They weren't like science oriented and all those things. Now it's not true. These things were actually documented. How to do sterilization, how to do body incision, sign money for birthday and bring to me go into details, but Obi Pesa document no read they've transcribed it into English. Edini Edwin Smith papyrus. Uko sa scroll numa in the PDF or it talks about a whole lot of medical terms, a whole lot of medical descriptions, even before the likes of Greek guy, ever seen Greek guy now more on there, the father of medicine, whom I strongly disagree that he's not a father of medicine, but the original father of medicine was Imhotep, who originated from Kemet. Yep.
There's a Bibia ya tenino. Bibia.
Yeah, Oma Teni Bibia, because of this is the truth. Hypocrites now or Basino. Hypocrites came even after this document had been discovered several years, over 3,000 years.
Yeah.
As an Oba. To check it this now, it's most likely say Imhotep no crown document is Hadiwi, because he was an Egyptian polymath. He knew about a whole lot of things: engineering, architecture, medicine, everything. He was there, psychology, everything. He was there. But on the one young cow history now, they would always make you feel that your ancestors did not do anything, but it's not true. And even the Greek acknowledges Imhotep as one of their god, the god of medicine, Asclepius. So it means that they acknowledge him. So why do we get told a different history altogether? Why? It's because we are not reading, we are not researching. But while you research now, to say mechanic research, I think that will really help us.
Yeah, if a book into yeah, for to chat na man for enya. Because kakra we kakra say it is here two foot regu any so. Yana nanu anya hwe. nanim she nia so ya gia tum say ai madam fi bi o ka so hwe pa de na yetimi invented that. So hwe pa de na yetimi invented that. You know, this is well educated person so you nim the yetimi invented that we are say by black and free we are said that be as but so ready kakra kwa echi kakra hu se niema na ekoso nyina no omo fa free ho. You know, Edwin Smith Papyrus, right?
Yeah,
Edwin Smith Papyrus. Omo mpese mutimi enya saa we no this time the saa ne mani na no obi entimi fancy we hwe knowledge na on sabeka yenko read more ni hu se ne sitie because ebi mu fisi ya anya hwe ebi mu fi se saa time na yeni broni enhia no na em se medicine kra ni ho bi ni ho ba anya sanity enya kra yo welcome once again Sikasem and the bro no your boy Kwesi can come talks and Patrick Berfi and you did this session of Sikasem bro and a topic no a deep driven by purpose, not performance. Focus on impact, not attention. And then you can say, you share. In fact, the first one, they kind of purpose over performance. Build for the future, not for clubs today. See, clubs. I did about choir. Sometimes yeah, it's so funny. They say, I say, your focus now is based on attention. Attention. You know, by net, if I say. You could different direction kakra say those are the things that enya na beboaye enya no na beboaye kra we are so obsessed, you know, we share this world where we are so obsessed with attention. We talk about how to focus on impact instead and then be focus on enya philosophy and I say biasa it's a way you know build something that truly matters. Because we share your be I say attention na ya here more. When it comes to everything in our life these days, we share our social media, you know, even our schools and Korano. Look at the things that will be here. You see, the impact is not there. Everything is about attention. Everything. You see, it's like fame. That's what we want to be. But I say famous like famous. A cosras like flame. A kwana ede nedum. Internet we still have some people. We still have some people that omutimi free echimuda. Omune impactful. That's what we should seek for. But we see that we share ye a performance. The performance nede. The performance say instead of say be save no. We say it doesn't make sense.
Hey,
I said, need that attention. You know, performance need performance ne you Gucci shoe na share no. Performance need performance ne ye Lexus na ye demo no. Ye watch na ye boy no. Those are the performance. So we shift all attention from the purpose, and I say, be a bit impacting life, impacting. And if be a performance, and that's how the world has become. And if we're share no one new who free more, these are things that because what it is, we've been driven by that performance instead of the purpose.
Right.
So you move we don't really know why we are here. We don't know why we are here. And I said why we are here. I'm talking of why we are secret, because everything has become performance. But if it's not dream who say the reason why you see say you start making impactful things than just the performance. The performance, like I said, is just like a flame. It's gonna come and go. I can mention so many names out and said those things people are gone, but their names are still living. Their names are still making impact. You know. But there are some people that they were famous at a point in time. We can't hear of them anymore because it's like flame. When you follow these performance, you follow these attentions, this is what you are building. So that means you are building all this to a point whereby I say it can go away just like that. It can go away. You won't have any legacy. You won't have all these building of future for your generation. You will even cry, say, outside, cry, wow, family within your family, cry, no, you won't be remembered anymore. All because of these obsession. To say we are seeing, you know, yet social media, so you can see, and so we know, and yes, sanity. Ni DHD, Obidia or any DHD. You see, that will not be all purpose be no influence the obi. The reason why oye the oye, it will say follow the purpose and also follow the also oye, and yet that performance and that will be follow.
Yep.
Number 2.
Yeah, number 2, again, still on performance, the purpose issue I discuss here. The problem with performance-driven culture. What happens when we chase metrics over meaning? Senior alphabet can also we are talking. We are thinking about we end up becoming a statistic. Let me put it that way. Also, obia you see obia to kwanya maybe I will trap pictures na or big mountains and I say or ABA have arrived, like trying to show off and all those kind of things. You know, we are trying to feel belong by doing things that others have done. So when you continue to do those things, then you live for, because you are trying to do things. I say, oh yeah, but then behind closed doors, what happens when we chase metrics over meaning? So metrics also in relation to performance. What happens when you chase performance over meaning? You bet a chroma was, oh, is it the way now about so? Oh, is it the Juma way now about? Is it the Juma way now about? And people do that and then they lose focus of what they are doing. Obu hananka ejuma na oye na say business bi na oye no. Nanka man ho bra ko betimi akọ nimpa, but again performance, the metrics, as you say na yako we na nipa dodo na to edie. So you make that switch and then you live outside the intended meaning that you yourself you have. And for me, if nipa bia so no, ma be hu say nipa bia na say if you live outside the intended purpose, you will not be able to make an impact. And obu oku school yes no nimade pa chinchina yes onkoye doctor, because doctor na so it's good. Yes, if you do it, it's good. It's very prestigious. Maybe you will pay well, but for all you know, that person no senka ebia ofort ya say man which be the best ebia politician, and also bit be the best social worker. Just an example. But we chase the metrics. Your community is there. Obiaba koye nursing, koyesi. They are all good. Yes, we are not segregating or sidelining any job. But so udi performance, udi the metrics nature, you may lose the true meaning that you live for. And on one no be them because the life, I say, you've lived life for people, but you did not live life for yourself. And we have people who follow these performance and offer benefit. Oh, how to statistics no? They know better suicide BSc. I didn't now our community suicide because life now our fat no so any how to fit in no. Untimi. In the you say nyamia waduma happy one here which me the it happens. There are people who are doing high paying jobs, but then they are not feeling satisfaction. Why? Because they follow the metrics. But ADHD or what he truly was born to live for, his true meaning and purpose in life. Focus here. It may not be money, but that person will find peace. That person will be able to make a lot of impact, not only to the immediate family, but the whole world at large. Let's look at an example. yeah, share obi say Bob Marley. Bob Marley say near the companion to form about we can't season Bob Marley was catching home. And then even though he spoke mostly in English, and I saw Kapatwa Kasan, but Oko we are say Afanenina Bob Marley our impact of a but he was a very good footballer. Very, very, very good footballer. So if he had followed the metrics at that point, I say it be a football, a manage or be popular, he would have lost the meaning, the true purpose to which he was meant to live, and that was communicating message of liberation through his reggae music.
Yep, to say the Okano. You see, these days, the pressure to perform, to be seen.
Yes,
you say you applauded that than say, because of whether it's the American social media, but you applauded those things. We say a giant, just say we want to be visible instead of the value. Because sometimes people create values near because say you perceive visible. A bit me disconnected from reality. The matters. The impact I was it me creating. Because the idea grand assessment affecting you see, it's not because now about the friends will say will be crowd or the drew cocana no near the idea happen because sometimes you top pressure to your so as pressure no crying to me. It just a drew point enough for you who the meanwhile to a BB and KD will be a kind of deal with and kind fast pressure name. But because of these social media that you follow near day, these days a man be of Tata there, and you be on TV twice because we trend pictures be as say
who brought that?
That's also Nina pressure be I said we want to be seen, and yet purposeful as a performance now near Juma all the time performance na near Juma. You see. The third one. Now let's look into see a bit defining purpose and performance. Very key, because Nipo brain tears here. Office so I say so you suka papa or shot at the purple yeah office would be giant office would to office and purpose no one way but you're breaking it down. Performance is about external validation. You want to be validate 2%. You see, who percent had no and I say the way I'm out for see who the way I'm out for see who and how others pursue us. No, that is how performance is. Into also shit. We near my be my man for us a validation. You see, but purpose is different. Purpose is internal. It's about mission, about value, and I say with long-term goals. And now we say, we prioritize it purpose. We suppose we measure no, and I suppose we measure success by say amount for be born some amount. Say na mekano. Amount for because we there or cow, not long ago na me nkrofo be a share check near you didn't come money a day. It is some car about Rolex watch na D no more cast. I mean na mystery because gone are the days officers animal officer no need the value officer no dear was so but Mrs. Animal never it's good when you have more and can do that, but when you stage beer those things is not needed. Wait me a more after by you focus on those things not too much to extend say am I new creating with your bank account now way and need to mean perform financially into perform especially if you are in this society, a woman credit so easy to get her. Well, here, those performances, everything throughout will be a fear from fear to show I will share everything because of this performance will be on credit. And when you are in that situation, so it takes you a long time. Well, here no more said you now can be because you really to say, I say, I don't know, maybe I'm a drew. Yeah, it is that thing, the two things there was making sure see who say performance is way different from purpose. It's not even close because external validation. You need internal. You don't have to worry about what people are saying, what people will think of you. So far as you are doing, you said your way and you have your mission, your values, you say you have your long-term goals I work on. Those things are not needed. And who here say be deciding. But yet that is where most majority of us know your life need be akwakusi. You see, when who purpose, no, and I say value the purpose over the performance, show bank account. Because look, performance, you see, the trick about this is you can easily put on something very nice and show, say, you are doing good. But you see, most of the time, purpose will not follow you. But let me put it this way: purpose will not follow you, but performance will follow you. Performance will follow you by the car you drive, the attire you have on, and all those stars. But so purpose say, now me 2 units, and then me 3 units moving on, and yet now me Rolls Royce, and I say me Lexus, and then my top we now it be a unishi. You see the difference? You go anywhere, yes, you want to be visible, you want to be seen, you want the attention. But Nipana or no or yet purposeful, our persevere or be at 200 units within be at the age of 60 no, or quite influential. Nipana or maybe stocks or different things are bringing more money no, or quite influential. Into one here you see, and because Adibia ye na yadria kusi say, dear what dress nice, dear what dank see more nice. The car nice and I say when attention by your sanity. We've seen this over and over again. Akwana, there's a steady crowd about these your friends saying when you talk of millionaires in America, you're talking of about I think in 2018 there was 12 million, and now it's over. There were 12 million millionaires, and out of them, about 63% of them not making 100,000 crowd combined that in their life. Throughout their life, but in a period of some stay within their purpose, almost stay within their means, gradually. What we realize, they say people that were making 6 figures and over, especially doctors, Sankrofona making a lot of money. We share category of people, and I say, or more careers are now what's our list now? Doctors surprisingly were 4th. Were sick, they were in first 5. It was shocking because we make a lot of money. Why? Because performance over purpose.
Wow. Yep. Again, still on the same topic. Why purpose matters. So where the kind of purpose is the compass. Purpose, a direction, a deal, and usually, sinidi kan but I know a woo. Nipa bebree enhyɛ da mfom ani ehu, but botae na ɛwɔ mu na ɛna ɛde wo nam. Like I said, it's not a scoreboard. The scoreboard is visible for everybody to see. Everybody can tell whether you are scoring like maybe 10 goals to 0. So here the scoreboard will translate to say, I see there's no every day be on Rolex latest one on the crown iPhone yabe. People are chasing performance. Again, a lot of people will be jumping on to get the latest iPhone, but for you know who or grandpa or Kwajino on credit. And me know kasi bibria pre-order ebe ba no be use no 1 month. But I said 16 near you cray. I'm say difference be any musa. But where they are and what to we. And the funny thing about performance is that once the game is over, nobody records it again. Once it is over,
fame.
Yes, nobody recalls it again. And we see it in our real life. Okoto the latest car, Okoto the latest phone. Of a very they call the showroom and that's all the call dealership one. A boy the born here can be born masum. Yeah, a bomb be born one here be born. So your purpose should be your direction. Nipa be as both I and so chance me dinya nipa be catch me dinya nipa be catch na. At the end of the day, you realize that the quality of impact that you will leave, will be far greater than CBA or Siba a bebo and sa CBA beji so send it in the moment of things, the scoreboard is visible for everybody to see. By a ball game new year, stadium almost no be free. But in the moment of things, everybody will be rushing to go to the stadium. That is the performance. Same thing as life. Otoka we ya kesisem na o show of ni say ni nyina no. Obinya perform be do achi. And then society ni no a na be hu true friends. But if you have real purpose which supersedes everything, and no be o compass na esenia ship captains no use no use. They use it for navigation. So your purpose will tell you that, okay, at the age of 30, me per se at least more 1 unit. So if my purpose is that at the age of 30, I want to get 1 unit. If minute or more, almost sorry, DBA or more can say, oh, Chalika for free, I can't navigate with them because my purpose really matter. My purpose has become my direction. Similarly, Bema was sebi you person ye Roman father. Untimini boys na yes the behavior here. That was just a silly example by the way, but it's true. The father no his purpose is to make sure say okay me no me cram home maybe I go seminary school. Wow, go seminary school no untimi emfa ho kobo ebia ya man so no every weekend bia no. Nah, you can't do that because your purpose has become your navigation and you know where you are headed towards. Nipa bia if my beje di say obotaya odiwo wiase and we are so bia obotaye unya hu obotaya odiwo wiase anema bi wo ha undi ho grand bibia penifo kan bia so it's true. I don't know if a berry may can ye the almost say oh say become osna on pepre kusie ho. Now unkopra. So the key here is the performance. Kusi nah, but you say brabikumosna elephant, a giant. You know, you need to have clear intentions. You need to have a perfect direction in order for you to be able to eliminate an elephant. Osno nyabwa ketwana wait me ako inference. Sana your purpose netie is bigger than the temporary things that we may see. Is bigger than the kind of praise that they will give to you. So let that be your penultimate. And when I say odi weni esi so as I say your compass na say when you free obotaya o we as no do more you fall for everything or you fall for anything. And we see it every day, every time in our communities. We are seeing it. Obi say watofie ontimi and them. Obi say oh no nimkra se car we kra na o here. And there are even some people of Abefi in our communities, they will tell you that me young, we na me person me but me di in down for you lose the compass, you lose the purpose, and then you follow the scoreboard, which is the performance. And at the end of the day, you find yourself wanting.
You say, oh, your friends, they will play more Ghana.
Hey, yeah,
you see, the trap of attention, attention versus impact. You see, what we share as that trap, you see, we're all looking for freedom. Freedom is the key.
Yeah.
Freedom. But if you focus too much on attention, you won't be free. I quite remember I was reading a book about one of the millionaires talking about how he said, yeah, so obey free was when the numbers it drew millionaire on the two we have freedom when I was started wondering and I said on family be better family. It's changing the situation because at that time now you're living for you, you're not living for attention, you're not living for your friends say performance, but rather you are living purposefully, you are living intentionally. It's changing in that. You see, when we look and move abroad more, you're trapped in that attention world, in that performance world, all because your dream will be better. You see, that validation, it's in the be a you will see in your follow. But in this sense, yes, sir. See, that attention is going to put you somewhere. When you see, attention is very seductive.
Yes.
Because it's very, it feels good to be noticed. But attention and equal impact, no way, and you're even close. You see, in the same way, these days, if you say or cover, it doesn't mean say you are making a difference. But if you're making impact, that is where you are making the difference. I'm not for in they almost say once over on the say I don't know walk over on the official making impact. No, it's not true. True influence whereby say it happens quietly will touch it lives. And I say systems will change systems. And I say we all uphold values via the impact bit me about. You see, those are the things that I will see focus on. You may be focus on Sandy. Oh, if you cover TNA say impactful. No, that is not it. And because of that, you may be drawn you're trapped because you never say cover. It is hard to say you'll be in immediately. And a bit me a boy, my cover, or say Kotoka, one man, or Toka, now, or the year they also they the trap pictures, no, the call. When you said I didn't find could see baby, it's no way. So that trap is very, very, very important. One if you don't because you over and over again, as we're talking right now, a new car, payment for a new car is around 720. I mean, if you're paying 720, and it be 1,000.
Yeah,
Tesla's near 1,000. Why? It be 1,000 a month for just payment for a car. Where's the piano? Where's the piano? So you see, Obi Onma all the time said that I make from because of this attention I will hear because of this nyamo peso yintino we said na kwese trap yes I will freedom that by in and say we are say there freedom say because of that they don't have margin intino see castro and so no we margin and options but all margin our options now what options so are we free to do whatever I want. That's what we all want. Now you just have freedom no so that peace of mind now here. That peace of mind will give you the joy. See, but that freedom, we are not getting it because of that trap of attention. We want to be there. Oh, we want to go viral. We want to do this. That's all we think about. See, this society, and all leads to this social media. Instead of we use social media for different things, we do an idea and say, and now so best around upon address no traffic to so. There was a time I could be age man. That guy because to South Africa social media I mean New York. Guy was why this guy be lighter? I see this guy right now say see maybe New York could just say they will be higher why how to chair it's because what as no you see send person who could in a chair and then and then a friend and will be near about the same thing about sometimes crap will be our building itself to a point to be everything that all you be at the BB near brain. I will be in the idea also financially, but who names I don't know until you who so you be now to make an aquabi and I will means I'll be with me as I see that's the reason why that validation and who here. Because only reasons or and that's what when you say the reasons now always I would think yes it be a man hot on. But yeah, because of Yadrin Nan said the oil and also ye be maybe I would also drew be nintino. Bona Yakwa said trap be more all because of attention. But remember, Sena American attention and yet impact. The fact that you are walk over doesn't mean say will make a difference. No, it's far from that. But when you're changing systems, that's when you are making difference. When you are upholding values, that's when you are making difference. Not quietly, no impacting life. The whole and the difference in the world. So we should seek more impactful things, and I say we should be doing impactful things than just seeking that attention.
Yep. Yeah, I was say impact now. Yeah, can you go have because an impact and cry the impact near in Kaya. So yeah, DB a and Kaya. I feel so. Sign Kaya now, I know. Essenya in Susan Super or Nipa Bibre Abrabum. And of a I did a research. Masha, especially in African communities, or let's use Ghana because Ghana na minim more. You'll be surprised, this man, Magdan, Magdan Shipping Companies, now we say connected on a interview, and Lady Denja interview, and Masha share the metrics, Masha viewership, and I was surprised to realize Papa Penifoi MIA such impactful knowledge, but me share na mesna format. Me man say my main channels or promote soccer, channels or promote entertainment, and sometimes they do some of these programs late night. But mesna, we are talking about hitting like 10K within an hour.
Yeah.
So it made me realize that attention, ARDBA, is very, very, very cunning. It might make you believe that this thing is the reality, but in actual fact, it's not the reality, and it's very sad. Oshe said, "May sure say KB movie say the viewership and I do a videos na and kaya bimbu." But how no be catch us? Adi ya wa the enyen na me anka minim ya me waboa me pound. So those videos are making impact. Is these videos na edi be more. Mr. Benako videos away and the numbers may not be there, but then the impact, the lives that is changing, that is the most important. The young boy far from social media, and they me share cry and I'm around for every young guy ultimate di penny obit man papa tem ultimate di mamia obit my mamia tem, all because they want to go viral, they want to do silly things that will make them get attention and followership. But we forget to realize that one day, asem koba sound microphone no mabedi wechini, all of them, they will give up on you. All of them will give up on you, and it's however, I think it's about time we address this, especially with social media. Youth na yabano say a fafuna na ye dimpen for them. If I need the politicians for at it's okay, but why do you want to do this? All because you want attention, and one or the other, these people of above, they are also leaving an impact, but it's a negative impact.
Yes.
Ometra Sabone at Ama Young or JHS now one for phone. Now where did we get to, and where are we even going with this attention-seeking kind of lifestyle?
Yeah, I would say seeking attention when you don't provide any value or make difference to people's life is pointless. It's true, it's true. I'm saying the link number 20 biana I'm up for one episode make here you can grab it and make a comment and then check it by the tour. I am share number 6 no.
Yep, number 6. Yes, how do we walk away from this attention chasing performance or share my lifestyle? The mindset has to shift. Nipa bia no so open it has to start from the mind. You see, honey, say, how am I seen? Then a nipa ka fame ho. Then a nipa dream ho. I see ye adwin free no so eko na yebusa ya won say, then am sisa. What am I changing? And then I make crown some bit media buy a bebo for what can I bring that will make the lives of others meaningful? And such people who always ask themselves these questions, Timbiano, one yet very good at innovation, but they're very excellent at a business, because these people, whenever they have this mindset of what am I changing, it means that they want to bring value to people. Until say adreno SSA forgetting a nipa ekafa I remember, when I had that minor accident that we got Pecado. I remember, we were got this now car was about 45,000. We say, hey, Tesla fatal. And people start telling that, all those kind of things. No, I believe those moments will come, but it's not there yet. It's just not there yet. So there is no need to rush into say me dream. Send any pa who me fast. Oh, maybe I'm a carry a man for because it means I would be putting myself in a big trouble. But what am I changing? I find so much satisfaction. Say my breast them cry a program here, and I say yeah, keep phone SES so near 10 minutes video, 15 minutes video about financial literacy, African history. You know, because personally, I believe that one thing that I know I'm changing or I'm helping to change is that most young ones were frustrated, just like myself. When he left from right, some message is really a you know, a changing your mindset, a paradigm shift. I be anyone near me. We keep on making certain mistakes, but at least nimdia yenye a changing ya dream saying who we are farmer. Our lives are currently in a good path. Yes, mistakes will come, but you share a crampona. Yeah, there, sorry. So, young lady, young boy, ukuta iPhone 6, ukuta Android, ukuta we, and found one in any pair. The most important thing is that the phone is able to make a call. You don't care about how you are seen, but rather you'll be thinking about, okay, in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, what can I do to benefit my society? What service, what value can I render to the people around me? And then how they will also develop themselves from the value that I'm presenting to them.
Awesome. You see, mind shift a key. Say that we should ask a question. Start by asking different questions. A change it. You see, ask questions. Instead of say, you know, how am I being seen? No, which attention, I don't know.
Yeah.
What am I changing? You said, you know, what am I changing? You say it to me, say, what am I changing than you know who says me? Yes, we have to reframe, you know, we have to reframe the way you success, because to be honest, you may be on my success said in earlier or make a car with me a nice. You know, it's so, I mean, when you move from that mindset to a different mindset, I say I'm a fool who and everyone was say, I didn't all dream say what a car be not a car no wedding and I'm off of fish with car now. Oh, say because maybe I know that situation will be you know, but free my now dreams I say because we'll be on this car say and we say what take car muna say car no maybe a car wedding that means with car. Won't you say?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, sometimes you have to say me dream who said eti we na bia what force teams any pan bia what teams and so what force akoto sad no we hear sa validation we hear sa no na adwen ne say which say sa no adwen yo mo say e bia o luku sa na amafo be fee say uska but obi a want discuss na be hu say uska especially your economy e woman it say menka so bia it say nipa be bree e car o mo use enya ade a your friend say o ni car no outright, you know. Nipa bebree, you say almost struggle to pay your mortgage. And you make numbers in there. The facts are there. You know, you say nipa bebree, we nipa 10 biya, it was 8 $1,000 at that home. It is only $1,000 that home. That's a wood tree be that's a be a wood tree $1,000. I mean, these are some of the things I had sometimes we have to change that mindset.
Yes.
Yeah, we have to change that mind. When you change that mindset, I will say, follow sign view. Instead of say, oh, chase say, you better applaud, and I say, oh, chase your friend saying those things, refrain from that success, no mindset, ne the rest side, no. Because you'll be a person spotlight and the whole fee say, you be yeah, but the impact, no. The next one a real world experience examples, you know, purpose-driven leaders and movement. Now may share I was even shocked that some of these few ones be and I can't will be what TBD in back one your friend say a Nigerian be or see your friend Temi Gawa Tabosun.
Wow.
Life Bank. One of Life Bank created a tech-driven system to deliver blood and medical supplies in real time to hospitals.
Wow.
See, but these people live with us because attention now. Viral. Programs are guy program.
Yeah,
come on, look at the knowledge. Look at just and so we don't even know these people. We don't know them. But they also say these people are live with us, even they are gone. Nelson Mandela. Look at how impactful this person was. Kwame Nkrumah, look at that, how impactful as Uncle Funi normative. But yet they still we follow those fame. Fame there is like flame. It even sometimes they live with us. Maybe last 20 years not the fame no Bible said ajojo.
Yes.
But that impactful ones no, impactful ones no, and found this in the city. We can't get rid of them. If I see a tribe, but we can't get rid of them. Sometimes people tribe cry is Bob Marley's. They are still with us. We impactful. And yes, those are examples I was here. And yet, programs are, and fashion ray, and my own Sonia Mano. You see, say, was it Casamunia in your gross out? Sadly, Mano, and you were going to idea. I will see Jabo Musika because I don't know what Timia to the near me in Sika Semie in a period of maybe 20 years with Timia Silva, BBA, so bit me a Juma cra, a 1 year Juma, and that's why we bit me at Nefi for 20 years. Still no, Ubedidi. But when I see just our programs now, well, we know what 6 months crowd after the assembly banner. You see, when it comes to wealth, it's not measured in terms of money, it's measured in terms of time. You see, wealth is measured in terms of time. So I can see just adding one. It's because it be a the wealth is saying the wealth, say. So when near Juma Krana, billions no, that means that when near Juma Krana be more scared, bassa, bit live forever. They're worthy, Yeah, you can't wealthy people. It will be a month of say can you in times and bit me live. 1 year Juma Crow bit me live. Sa no more see just sa near more. Need to me near my bit me impactful Nyama by life. Need look up to all these leaders are even they are dead and gone. See, names maybe mommy here back cry was what? This guy near me see in your Patrick what names I'm for him. Yeah, university. You see, these are people that are bringing a lot of things are impacting people's life, but we don't talk about them. Yeah, can't be for
if you say a share Papaya Yamiatun Safreni, Apostle Kojusafu Kantanka. This man has been there for several years and he was an unsung hero.
Look, if yen respect ye dear, because say if this guy live like Abraham.
Yes.
Look at the things how ye. She impact unyaye, she farms, she nyama we invented. And so across of Ghana crime say Ghana crime be me status so e can make me no be can make a chance na so but so we dey say or the nyama na bani abehihye wa. See, the nyama na bani so kind of just like that. But look at nyama kwa we are pa this man. Ufi said sa papa yi enko ye brunia ka baby and din bedroom kebini.
Yeah.
And so ya crying to me more ya ye crana obi asuma boy abo. You lose a great man pa.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know when we are going to get somebody like him.
Yeah, fed that a more din that maybe a trini bill. You see, in Chromina normal with us next Antony who's in the city, Quite Fini who's in the city. This guy, a friend saying Dr. Safo Kantanka, or one of the greatest just in Valuno. It's so sad and it's so bad. say yes, sir. Because I'm say every continuous, sir. Because here from what you're trying to. So real world examples, people leaders are Omar Ayiwin, or one of them, or one of them. We show Crawford, we show more. Crawford, what more? So many of them.
Yep. So many of them. Yep. Number 8, we need practical steps to stay purpose driven. And it's all about how to focus on impacting daily. But I say poem ya right? I say unya time now one in some won't mean find same poem because it has to make a meaning. It's the same thing. So if we want to stay purpose driven, per se de botaye nanti dia say ye de ho hye akwan a saa akwan no na be de betimi aboa ama yetimi live that purpose driven life. And focusing on making impact is one of them. But me making impact based on focus. No, focus is birth out of discipline. Focus is birth out of discipline. Obi onye discipline beyond ontimi nye purpose driven. Obi onye discipline pia ontimi hye no ho so onye bi so ka se meye we ontimi nye or start we no akoye bibi foforo. Onye discipline, it means you can't focus. And obi onye focus beyond no a discipline. And that is the driving force. It means manipe biya purpose driven. Obotaye no se when timi and see obo say ade we na me person me ya of our football, no matter the amount of prayer I did so no matter the amount of prophecy I did but even if there is prophecy or even if there is the supernatural, one kasa don't say be taking the action. I don't think the spirit will do it for you. No, the spirit will not do that for you. So that should tell you that you need discipline in order for you to focus to make an impact. Yeah, here Osaji for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. I mean, funny crazy. Yeah, do maybe actually to prison, but he came out of prison to become the first prime minister and the first president of Ghana. Nelson Mandela, prison, he still came back to become a president. And I think these people, not even I think, I know for sure these people had certain sort of focus. And so focus it's me a purpose driven. Say I did when I'm there see me say me person me be di Ghana for him, person me di South Africa for him. And pam so they were able to what? They were able to do this. They were able to leave that impact. And they come in common, but Ghana ni bia ya wona to Ghana bia one or the other, you are enjoying daily from the impact that he left. And these people, it doesn't matter where they find themselves. People who are purpose driven are also very honest in their dealings and they don't give up easily. Kwame Nkrumah wrote some of his best books when Ghana for year 2, so I know what Guinea, Conakry. That was when he wrote some of his best books, So these people, they don't really care whether I am ready. They follow these practical steps or GDO. They have confidence in themselves. They are focused. They are very disciplined. And then most importantly, Tembiano Shisha on or Shisha say Miniwa Edimbe na Dachi Yedibe Kaimi and I say Miniwa and then I met in Yajama in Chirima or Monso or Mo and that is a purpose driven life. Only your purpose can give you satisfaction. There's not even money. But to both I know to be a year and the amount when year.
Yeah, the link not to be a person who make it impact beyond join for this some can talk about the link not to so person joining and beat me joining. So yeah, share the 9th one say call to action. What you choose, priorities is very important. Call to action. It's your turn. At the end of it, send it can Diana be choose. Diana will choose. You see, you hear the definition of purpose. I said attention now. Ye GB brain. That habit now see it me changing. Now your commitment, your committee say a bit may impact PB. Because we share the world doesn't need more performance.
Oh,
Yeah, more change makers. That's what we need. And it's so simple. Ubitimia is sad, no person we are. Ubitimia is that thing, very, very simple. There are so many things, there are so many areas, especially so when I can say it will be form of developing. That means we have so many things Ubitimia developing. What is the channel? There are so many areas Ubitimia, yes, I man say was our developing countries now. Call to action. This is long-term goals, and I'll be beside dear now person we. Said the can bit me choose to be a person to me, but it has to be within your purpose, has to be within your calling, has to be within who goes or person we. And it will say here you prioritize it. Prioritize it what in here a bit me a boy. Now can be about how what him say we are purposeful, it will be more. What him say when you're satisfaction. And it's very true.
yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is. Say yeah, we will say be pragatemu. A gratemu a bit me a boy. Bit me a medical doctor. Who told that?
Yes.
See, sometimes I'm a phone tiasie. This all cocoa sad and sana who beton. You probably on one who share they are struggling in those things now because of sad and cry. And when you say because human beings we are created in a such a way to be a person be a bit now. Say if we have the address siswa. And not just say the way you know. And also to me share baby yeah na baby be to mama wa. What him say and align with you. No be a bit me is sad no. Bit me is sad near ma we share dear na me ya me so easily. Dear na me ya unso be cry ya no onye ni ya those onye ni ya bu se obu afu nya be those are the things that you say no side no ho a bit me aboa no. You choose those things no. We don't need more performance same kind. We are see baby a drew. You hear more bit me a change here world no more.
Right.
In here. You look on that side and a bit me a boy. So all our call to action will be a meet show the opposite way. But priorities, then I bit me choose, then I will choose what you choose to prioritize on. Then I bit me choose a bit me a ball. I'm not with me free signing when performance now too much. Performance now too much. You know, buy a baby a performance no cry now. A baby a some be no. A honor performance they show more. Every Sunday we also have a full show performance no attention no ya break in flow. And ya brace up say baby I will see start to see impact lives. I will see start to say you change systems. I will see start to say you make it changes a bit me a boy. And I was a performance no. You performance in free you the purpose in the share.
So, yep. Final quote closing up na yama for frakasa. Don't aim to be seen, aim to be felt. How do people feel you when you make the impact? Say if say but I say a person amount for and my main chakakrabi. Don't aim to be seen. We are not talking about you not being visible. Visibility is currency here, we understand. But this is in the context of attention. So oh yes, one here ubidi ni pechiama one day. Oh wow, bed what kind of life did I live? Because you realize that you lived a life where you had no fulfillment. Aim to be felt. Let the people around you always have an impact. Only ni peshia omudi abembu na eko anase omode abotoyemu anase omunya rechiche every seminar okan only ni peshia. Do you pull them down or you uplift their spirit and their soul? So you need to aim to be felt. You need to aim to make that impact, not just impact affection for favor, but a lasting impact as a wuni ho krampona nipa bede ebeka that luma nyame fa ne crazy ye wa krato and na they will still be wanting to listen to that Lumber song because he found his purpose there. Yes, he found his purpose there. He found his purpose in music, and then he has been able to make impact in so many lives through the music. Or name me Papa Nicole job in secondary school. He was exceptionally, he was a O level. Yeah, he was exceptionally brilliant. Not going to be a professor or a anything within the arts, but he found his purpose in music, and then he followed his heart. Now everybody wants to feel a part of him through his music. He didn't aim to be seen. But you're able to feel him in his music, and that was the impact that he lived. And when I so was a then afoforo the kind of so deep and it's not a good impact. But once I the kind and say, papa when I'm kuti na misika sem ene my brabo exercise me gidi say hona yemfa yaso ene yemfa ya adwen ene ya hoodi nyina enkom more, so that it becomes a legacy for us and then our unborn generation.
Yeah, Dr. Kantanka, there's a show going on. Ubetimi about Kabana become Wasem Kakra. Joe, show El Coso, your friend said 26. Imagine Akasa, Doctor said Ubetimi about so a Kabana Oka Wasem Kakra. Joe, El Coso.
Stabefi Guso. Aja ncheche Daruma nintino igusu ofomu hono ma na me pese me so me kakakra say driving by purpose and not performance no no crap obi a o driving by purpose afube hu say direction ehia crossing speed say unim baby a wokwa na unim direction a no bo pa performance do aba perform ya se purpose ni honuma enkosi hwe nti emnya wanwa se wo sori ahomache okwa adwuma okoba na so honda so kirew abusu asem nkoi adentia o perform na so esan se uni purpose ana se you are not driving by purpose no sa performance no enkosi hwe nti bibia de purpose no ho hia ano bebo pa mo direction na no krampo na betumi abo anso ma mo perform na se na mo ka no enya impact eso aba nkofo asesam abrabo na foforo enya so mfaso enti purpose ne de eho hia pa na eso bia hwehwe se wonye hu ya eye wa hia asem se wonhwe se dia ne me purpose na adenti kra na wo ye sa anema we oh yeah se bebo awo na sesam abrabo na asesa afoforo nso de ana sesen e obi ho no ma to say ahokyere bi no de ye na ne nye ho na so obey ne den we no obey ne den esen say obi a drive by purpose no and we take it time esen say e no take it time what to bo ahyehye yem fa ne se kosi dan a unim se wo purpose ne se me kosi dan matenem enti se ye kosi ni so a ele foundation blog no ye ne kakra eteki month ni wase na wa ho de ntie ne some days bi na wo de ahyehye ebe wie no na so abanfa so ye demo ye obuanga so betuma dem afoforo so betuma dem na sana brabo ne tie se o drive by purpose na to bo hwehwe direction na wa hyehye na so aba wo ne wona aka ne nyina so mfaso enti medam asese brebia no mojebre na musua de na musu mo modern se mo de beba na yensuasua bi na de onu so tie no ahunu se onu so betuma e birbi de aboa na ma abrabo no tim no so hu kwan obe faso aiden ye nyina ya toto ya nam ne aboa mo ye man na ye nimdie bebia nimdie ni bebia purpose ni no ene ma hunu ni se hunu na koso ma ahokyere ba ma ye bre ma ne ma nkoyi ma ye ntumi mpo ndwene yi na so se who live by purpose no boa ma odwene no ma otumi ebisebisa ho nsem ma otumi sa solve problem nso enti madam wasipa se motumi disa topic we ba na mode nimde abama yesua aga mi chiao ogbo adwuma papa ogbo enti dawa bi kakra mi so me de count ye nyina ye nhwe purpose ɛno na ɛbɛboa yɛn ma yɛtumi ayɛ biribi ama yɛn ho asesɛ yɛ abrabɔ na yɛde bi nso aboa obiara na yɛmma no tumpɔn na yɛn nkurɔfoɔ nso nya yɛso mfasoɔ ankasa.
That's Joe. That's it. Dog. Ciao. Before saying West Sanimuno, my rundown, your friend said program na basu 26 in the Swanza.
My member Konya Zamencha, Penny one KKT, Nana Uncle.
Yeah, Marcia, so Unana Nimpona, Namiatun Safran.
Look, I'm really I was saying, hey, you are shedding.
Madam was no. Madam was a pa. Adeba kwa manage apostle hoye. Neo oye so baby and watimi aye. Ebia o man went to me and Jenan to me say the nanke expect but we live a fulfilled life and now just recently Koyo Safo ba kono through Bastard Boys where Juma Moye de Boa Ghana. I think what's the impact ne purpose na mo ka ho asem ene in Merino. I think maybe obi asabre no nyame ba no wate ase na wonim se ampa na chi ebe efe enti ye ma nyina ho yako. Okay, back to program ebe koso obogo so agripreneurship seminar, building generational wealth through agribusinesses. Said, I've been for Nankasa and ebe boy opening pound for the crowd so ebe ba program bi and ye on empenifo plan so no ye ohini brenya so also went into fish farming. Mr. Prosper, and that also one of the speakers that on from production to processing to packaging and marketing. Wabin yankasa, wabin pa. I think that speakers we mean opening Pamford and opening Prosper. Even your mobile so a nice match for this and a perfect match for this program. Yeah, maybe right to in the area of health. We are no napumoding upon a mekatapa. We are no by no bar and fasona bar sikana bano openia wuni ebeboa amayen. How system also create no build a structure also build a far ukria yono sika bit me atene aka I want to atwaso. Said the apostle Yusuf and through agriculture we're building now or systems are what they are planting a crops in India within 2 weeks, within 1 month. Now mango so now we so what technology almost friend a baby. Nanke baby I think the or the yard papa think I think support no and whichever way yani a tia send the tia say or penny or henny down so on any will be a man who no foam say well dear rubber after the cocoa farm. And this is unique. Obechere kuyafon bebre na koko no nko aho no te. Nti ebedu some few years a koko ne bo ne papa yi. Na or struggle. Nti tada no de power pack 26 September fiada ben na wotwe. Na am say etia yi sada ne ohene Dr. Kwame Nkrumah na wodan. On say wodan e si Monday as say mu pushi ba Friday. Nti energy system tada no adwuma e fo no bebre enhye da nkwa adwuma nti igusu ayebo ho dero nti opani ba fie da ase se wone wabadwafo mo hia ne dom a etie program nyina no ene o ma akiri o ma behwe ebe hu de ye kan nti yenso ye wo ha ayebo ho dero kakrakra ade ato eni nanso purpose ni nti ye ma ye re ho bebre na ebekoso apre asom yamanfo sanse oman no nyinaa yen ye dia obi ya meye mayen na the manage mo program who more consistency and the purpose that is driving you senke ya monko amunti a ebia nkasa be moda pem honam and so akoma pa mo se oman Ghana mabunu nipa bebre bibini o te se tuntum se me be hunu hia se wode bibi si nani so entina mo ha min Kenya opani nya saposa na opani kwa bena obenda ko onipa bia uhunu a uhu nya meye no a ema wo da so ko kakra and I think that is where the difference comes in. And Jebasa, you own compete name cooperate, you cooperate. Openi KKT, Kwesi can come talks, in the frequency, Openi bear feeding the frequency. Though on no emperor pro bibian name come home a pushy the purpose.
Right.
It is our frequency, no see we will never fight each other. And I'm confronted with westernized education, no, I best say no, because almost system of education, almost my compete. So, person defense. The question 2A, mirror feature, me answer was there be that. Person kunya, the person kunya yeah, but the word creation field now was have your open pim because you always wanted to be at the top alone. And yɛdɛ ase sɛ munya brema yɛn na yɛnso yɛmu nipa dodo a yɛpɛ sɛ yɛsua no so yɛdi mu akyi kakra ka mehu sɛ maba na meyɛ biribi kakra sɛ no ma membra na purpose no ba saa a ɛwɔ sɛ ɛtwe ɛyɛ nipa ɛbɛdi ɛyɛ adesua no akyi nti mede ma no bɛsi no maka sɛ mommo ɛyɛ mpempi yɛtwe ma nipa no firi hɔ na ɛnɛ wode bra media nso bɛhwɛ nipa prezi kantan kanya sem keto sana lumba so esi ofiri mu a ene wabaso body de nti ye ntwe ma opani ba fi nko ye ntwe ma opani kankam nkwansa me de me pese me twen ama ke odi akọ nti mpanifo mo nkwa so pi monya nkwa bebre ye ni so ne mo ye de bo man Ghana ene mmabun no nyina monya nkwa bebre ye beda mo ase.
Sharp. Your friend say, Uma Ekasimi, Ipa, or say, the man was alleged, but we filled him as Ghanaians. Yes, it's true. Yeah, the never be brilliant. The never be brilliant. Sharp. Your friend say, Professor Uni, any doctor can come. Your friend say, Kojosafu can come. I'll see a diacton in India, so still na program na baso. When in person, numbers are be registered 024 504 9373, and I say 054 181 8948. Yeah, mon frère, 26 February. I'm get in touch now. Well, because you went to my history now.
History. Just to sum it up, so in the history now, you can't want seminar. Maybe can't book be one semper check the Edwin Sweet Papyrus, and only a book is the oldest known medical test, and as a medical journal, Egypt. And no, by actually, we're talking about over 3,000, 6,000 years ago, and as a Ukumwa, it talks about so many aspects of human anatomy. Rare bani pa hon surgery ahora betimi and kwanya ho do be betimi afa so asend pa rare. Out of the 48 cases, they are grouping into about for the research. No, say we have the head and skull injury section, your spinal and neck injury section, your upper limb, which is around your shoulder injury section, and the jaw, your throat, and then neck wounds. Sanya mani na ya dibia na akanye na na wo hu nimdie bebre a omutimi hia nipa uhona makwani nyina se bibi tochima se ni se na obefa so a obeye no nti emo bi ntumfutro ngu achi se na nam de ebia champion bi na no coaching no my no eno no okado to from, but they were bigger and like mind-boggling things that our ancestors were able to do. Some of them they were intentionally bent down. And in the book we have an Edwin Smith Papyrus. Unya one kasa sisi ye beka ho asem kakra. Many beji se one kasa be kona kwa kushia na afi ebi one kasa onti ase ni na be hu se obi be ka trust hypocrites na di medicine mai. But be hu se sa na ye ntrono mo kra no. They came to learn in Africa, and then it originated in Africa. So this book has everything. It has everything that you need to know about modern medicine and then surgery and all those kind of information. It's in there.
Wow. If you really have to be a good so okay. And at the end say you're very intent. You know. Once again, you check it, your friend say, Dr. Ne, your friends are winning more program there, 26 February, 26 September 2025. 024-504-9373, and I said 054-818-8948. Call to register. A very nice program, especially I'm interested in guy now what cocoa farmers I do rubber. Yeah, yes, interested in that. Yeah,
it's very profound.
Yeah. Yo, auntie, what will become your man? And I say,
oh, yeah, chief when I phone also and share messages, na afofron so entimi enhia na yakopon de enkwa chen bi mu so a ye be san share bi Monday we ye ne Mr. Kwabena Obenda akon every third Monday of the month, and unti and say our topic one was be a de beba until yen share ni mu na edru a let's keep spreading the good news for people to also have an impacted life.
Yeah, now next month, so no, yeah, be a seminar. Next month seminar. End of the month, Mr. Obi a seminar. But after that, no, see, a seminar. The one a year for US diaspora in Nano. And see, be Bakobaso in October. You be date near the Aba. So make sure you spend wisely, save intentionally, and be generous. You know, until we meet Monday. See you. Bye.
Bye.